we have learned how to create Linux VM, Windows VM in Azure resource group and everything. You can please go through and watch my previous videos where I've covered regarding Azure latency and Azure pricing calculator and everything I have already covered. So you can go through my channel and watch my playlist there for Azure. So today we are going to learn one more thing about the user management, how to do that in the Linux VM that I have recently learned. So let's start from there. This is the Azure portal which I'm using for my personal use. I am paying for this. It is a pay-as-you-go subscription which I have taken, and this is the subscription which I have taken. If I go to the subscription, you can watch it is Azure subscription 100% secure, active, and I have to pay the money for that. And the current cost, how much it is coming? It is 3 rupees and 4 paisa. So how I am doing that? I am creating the resource group. I am doing my practical and I'm deleting those resource group ASAP. So in this way, I am learning as well as, so it's my hobby to learn new technology and everything. So I said, okay, let's learn VM this time, Azure or Linux and everything. So let's go to the resource group. So first we have to create the resource group in a subscription we are already in, that is pay as you go. Now we are in the resource group. So we have to create a new resource group. And for the new resource group, subscription you can see already came. Let's say if I give the name it to SS-CI-RG. SS is my name, CI is the Central India region, and RG is the resource group. Why I've taken the Central India region, you can go and watch my previous videos, that is of Azure latency. Okay, then I will say review and create. So it will start reviewing and create, and then I say create. It will create the resource group for me. If I go to the resource group, you can see here, it is the resource group created, that is SS-CI-RG. So resource group is already created. You can go to the resource group, you can check it here. Okay, let's refresh that. It is created. So it is my resource group already done. So once you have a resource group in the Central India region, now you have to create a VM out of that. So let's say I want to create a virtual machine here. Which virtual machine I want to create? I want to create a virtual machine which is Linux. Why Linux? Because I am learning Linux right now. Windows I have done enough. Now I have to run something about this. And this is my Azure subscription. Let's say go to the resource group. I have selected this SSCIRG. We close this. Then virtual machine name. If I give SS-Linux. Okay, this is my virtual machine name. Region is Central India. Why it is? Because of the latency test which I have already done. Availability zone, I said no infrastructure I needed. This is a very simple, basic kind of virtual machine I'm going to create. So Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.6 LVM x64 Zen 2. So guys, you can also create similar kind of machine for you, and you can do some practical out of it. So I'm just confirming the name. Okay. So this is the name is fine, which I have taken Enterprise Linux x64 Gen 2 9.6 LVM. Okay, x64 is there. Then I have taken the shortest, smallest $16 per month. Okay, and then I have taken this. Okay, let me see if I have any other virtual machine here which I can configure. So there are several, things are given here. Red Hat Linux. If I go here, if I say, okay, LVM is the latest. So I have taken 64 Gen 2. This one I have taken. You can take the latest one, lowest one as well, whatever you want. It's all depends upon the price and everything. Okay. But I am taking the latest and the smallest one, basically 1 vCPU and 2 gigabytes. 16.35 per month. How much? $1, $900. 900 rupees per month, basically. So leave it like that. And I will say I will go by password. I have to give here the username. So I will give admin123. Password, I will give admin. Okay. So you can give any password, whatever you want. I have given this. Okay. And it is saying, okay, SS22, I'm not going to touch this. Here it is saying premium. I'm going to take the standard so that my cost will go down a bit, and I'm not going to touch anything else. I will go and review and create. Okay, so once I create the VM here, it will take some time. First, it will test that running final validation. Everything is looking good, then only it will create. See, you can see here the cost 0.0224 USD per hour. I think we can easily manage that. So validation is done. And okay, I will go down and I will say create. Yeah. So I will say create this. So it will start creating a VM for me, that is virtual machine for Linux. So you can see it's a hands-on practical, guys. I'm going to do. I will show you how to do the user management in Linux and what are the commands I'm going to give you. That I will paste that in the description of the video so you can utilize that. But guys, you have to take one machine at least. I mean, one portal, portal.azure.com, but a paid subscription. Otherwise, you cannot do your practical. How to save the money, I will tell you. Once you complete everything, go to the resource group and delete everything, whatever is there. So you will not cost anything else. I mean, more cost will not come. So it is deployment in progress. So till that time, let me open the putty here to access this virtual machine of Linux. Here you have to give the IP address. So currently it is still in progress. So I will show you some resource groups. So see, network watcher is just for, metrics purpose, that, okay, how much you have used and what all. It is automatically generated. You can delete this as well after completing your, practical. So deployment is succeeded here. You can see deployment is succeeded. My machine is ready. And what is my machine name? You can go to the virtual machine and you can see ss-linux. So that is my virtual machine, which I have created. Okay, so let me go to that virtual machine. Okay, and I will copy this IP address because I have to do that. And I will go to this putty and I will paste that IP address here and I will say open. So this will, I will say accept. Now my virtual machine is ready. I have to log in here. I will say admin 1, 2, 3, enter. It will ask for the password. You have to give admin password and you're entered there. Okay, let me increase the font size here. Go to appearance, change it, increase it to 16 or 18. 18 is better. And say apply. So it will become like this. So guys, now we are in our Linux VM, that is virtual machine. What I will do, I will say, what is the meaning of this PWD? PWD is nothing but the present working directory. So you can see here that present working directory is home admin 123, which I have created. See guys, when you have to do the user management, if you have to add any user or something, then you have to go to the root directory. This is home directory. This is a normal user login because I am Saurabh. I am login as admin123. This $sign represents a normal user. So I am doing that. So what I will do, I will go to the root. So like run as administrator in Windows, if you remember. So same thing you have to do here. Sudo su means switch user. And now you are in root. See this. So I have changed everything. I am in root directly now. So if I enter here, you can see only this \sign. It means I am on the root. So see what has changed. Here it was a $, and here it was a #sign. So now I can do anything. I can add any user. I can play with that. This is run as administrator, similar as Windows. Okay. Now this is fine. Now what we can do? Let's add one user here. User add Amit. Or instead of Amit, I will take user as Manya, my daughter name. So I have added one username, which is Manya. Okay. ID space Manya, my daughter name, and enter. So here you can see the UID of Manya is 1001. GID of Manya, group ID is this. Groups is 1001. This is my ID has been created already. Okay, now let's see the next command, the password. Do we have any password for Manya? If I enter there, you want to create any password, you can say Control T. Yeah, so I came out of it. I don't want to set any password for Manya right now. That's why it is. Otherwise, if you want to set any password, you have to set wd space Manya. So inside VM also, we have created one user and I will give the password. So here it is asking for password. So if I say, okay, this is the password, bad password, because I am giving only normal numbers here, but the password is there. Now, if I say, let's see what will happen. Changing password for user Manya. So if you want to change the user Manya password, you can do that as well. And Control L is the clear to clear that particular screen that I have done. So you want to set, you want to create a new user. You want to see the group ID and CID of that particular thing. You can see that and that as well as UID and GID, and then you can change the password also for that particular user. Okay. Now, if you want to, let's say, update this particular user, okay, let's say I want to do some modification in that. How can I do that? So grep is one command, guys. Grep Manya. Okay. And then space slash etc slash passwd. Okay. If I enter this, let's see what happened. So it is saying 1001, 1000. So if you go up, okay, this I have already done, ID Manya. If I enter here, so you can see that 1001 is the UID, user ID, and 1001 is the GID. And the comment section is blank. You can see here the comment section is blank, which I want to add. That, okay, I want to add Manya as a data analyst or data scientist. How can I give that? For that, I have to do user modification. So user mod command is very important. I will say -c space and in inverted commas, I will give data scientist. Okay. I want to give this. Okay. And whom I want to give? Manya. Enter. Okay. Now I will run again this command ID underscore Manya. Okay. So this came like this. Let me do that grep command. Grep command is very important, guys, for the checking everything. So you can see here, earlier it was showing blank. Now it is showing data scientist. Why? Because I have given this user mode -c. It's a comment. Basically, this particular part is for the comment. And I have given data scientist. So it is showing as data scientist home Manya bin bash. Okay, 1001 and 1001 are the UID and the GID of Manya. So this is done. Now, if you want to enhance this, let's say, okay, let's do this first and then we'll see user mode modification -u space 2000. I want to change the ID of Manya. Let's see it will happen or not. And if I go to this grep command again, so you can see here earlier Manya's user ID was like 1001 and now the Manya's user ID is 2000. It means I have changed Manya's ID by using this particular command, that is -u basically 2000 Manya. So I have changed the user ID of Manya. I have put her under this particular group. And let's say I want to add any other person also, you can do it in a similar way, but you have to be on this hash. Hash means what? That is the root command, run as administrator. Then only you can add anything here. Okay, so we have changed the ID of Manya. We have changed the department of Manya. I created her as a data scientist. Okay, so this thing is very important, guys. You have to learn this. You can create n number of users. Okay, let's say you want to add user, but you have to add there only. Where? In hash, that is root directory. because this is run as administrator, similar as Windows. So if I want to add my another friend, let's say Avika. If I add her, and I will run the same commands for her. Okay, let me run this command and I will change it to, okay, I will change it to Avika instead of Manya. Let's see what will happen. So here, if you see the new user which I have created, it is coming from 2001. See, this 2001 is coming for Avika because we are creating a new user. We have already given 2000 to Manya, and that's why it is coming 2001 for Avika. So we have changed that. Okay. Now I want to delete this Avika as well. So we can do that as well. So you can see that currently there is no comment here, which you can use this particular command -c, and you can add that. You can change the ID as well. You can do anything. But let's say if I want to delete this user, so userdel Avika. If I delete this particular user, it is run successfully. If I say ID Avika, no such user is present. So we have created a user, we have deleted the user, we have updated their UID, we have updated their this comment, means like data scientist, which I have added there. So still Manya is there in the system, but not the Avika one. So let's say another thing is password management. That is very important, guys, which I am going to tell you here. And for that, what command we can use? So let's say that command is called chase, CHAGE, and I will say Manya. Okay, sometimes. Okay, so here it is asking me minimum password age. So if I say 10 days, okay, and I enter that, then I say maximum password age. Minimum 10 days, the maximum I will say 45 days, not more than that. Then it is as last password change. You can give anything. I mean, password expiration warning, how many times you want to give? 10 times. Okay, then password inactive, you can enter there. Account expiration, I don't want to give anything. And I will come out. Okay, now this is the password management thing which you have to do. Okay, if I say chase -l space Manya and I enter here, so it will give me the entire picture. Okay, let me do one thing. Control L and I will run the above command again. So now you can see it clearly. Last password change was on January 5th, 1970. Password expired on this. Password inactive never. Account expire never. Minimum number of days between password change 10. Number of days between password change 45. And number of warning before password expired 10. So everything came here, which I have given. Okay, let run this command again. Change Manya. So here you can give it again. Now you can give everything as per your password age. So I will give 45 days. Okay, minimum password 45 days she has to change. Maximum password 90 days, even though it is not a great practice. So I will say here 1970 is very old. So last password change is 2025 hyphen. What is this? September. What is the date today? What is the date today? Date is 18. Or I will say 10. Okay. And password expiration warning 10 days. Okay. Password inactive, never. Account expiration date, I will say give, let's say 2025 hyphen, I will say 10 hyphen 31, 31 account expiration date and enter. Now if I run, okay, wait, Control T. Okay. Okay, we will do Control D. So I will come out. Exit is the thing which I have done. I came out of the particular VM. Give me a minute. Let me copy that. Let me go there again. Putty. But I have shown you everything, basically what to do and how to do, how to create a password, how to create a user and everything. So here, let me copy one more thing here, which is left. I want to show you. Okay, so I have logged in there again. VM. Let's see if I change the settings here. I will change the appearance and change the font to 18 or 16. And I say apply, it will come here. And then I will say sudo su cd space backslash, and I will say ID manya. Let's see if it is there or not. It is there. Okay, great. So we already have this particular account, which I was showing you, chase manya. So here it will again asking me for that. I don't want to do that. Then I will say change -l manya. Let's see what will happen. So this is the which commands which I have given, right? September 10, December 9, October 31st, because 45 days I think I have given 45, 90 and 10. So this is the user account has been created. And how can I delete this? It's deleting is very simple. Userdel manya. I can delete this account as well. Now if I will do ID manya, let's say what will happen? Then no such user because it is already deleted. So friends, this was the only thing which I just want to show you for all the things. So see guys, we all are learning and I'm telling you these things in a very simple way. Okay, how can we dismantle this, or how can we disallocate this particular VM? So let's go to the VM here. Okay, go to this particular VM. Okay, and you can say stop. Okay, so if I will say for this particular VM to stop, see what will happen here. See, remote side unexpectedly close network connection. I will okay, and I will close it out. See here what will happen. So if I go to this particular VM and I said stop. Okay, so it was showing as stopped and deallocated. It means it is deallocated right now. I can start it from here. Then I can again copy the public IP. I can go to the putty and I can do all the commands and everything. But guys, see, even if you stopped or deallocated it, still it will cost you something for the disk, for any other component which is already there. So you should not leave it like this. Otherwise, it is going to cost you. Now go to the resource group. Select this particular resource group. See, my practical is done. Now what I'm going to do, delete the resource group, copy this, paste it here, and say, no, don't do anything, force delete and all. It's not mandatory. You can just try to delete this. See if it is deleting automatically. And then go to this network watcher as well. This is the matrix group, which I have told you it is just containing the matrix data. So you just say delete this resource group and copy this and paste it here. And in this way, you will not get charged for anything. If you delete your resource group, then you will not get paid or charged for anything. See guys, this is very important thing which I'm telling you. So whatever is happening here, deleting resource group, once you are comfortable, once you are confirmed that your resource group has been deleted, you are not going to charge for that. So let's say in hour, it was around $0.224. So how much? I think we have taken only 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, you have to pay only $0.01 something, 8 rupees or whatever. So for whatever time you're going to use the VM, you have to pay for that. Otherwise, you don't have to pay for that. So this is the practical which I just want to show you today, how to create a user, how to create a password, how to set up the user modification, how can you delete that particular user, or how can you see the grep command there for that particular user, what is the ID and all. Once you give the ID, the next user will be created with the +1. So all these things which we have done today are very important in Linux. We all have to learn that. Learn slowly, but keep learning, guys. Means like scratch something new. Means like till the time I do not have this paid version of Azure, I was thinking that it is very, difficult, and I cannot learn that, and it's a too cost and this and that. But if I go to the cost also, I can show you till now how much I have paid. So if I go to this, you can see 1.1 only I have paid till now. I have paid 1 rupee bill only. Current charges are 3 rupees and 4 paise, but I have done already around 5 to 6 practicals. Okay, so this is very important, guys. You all have to do that. This is still getting deleted. Once it is deleted, then only we can close the session. Otherwise, it will charge us. Okay, so I hope you like today's lecture. Keep learning. See, guys, we all are learning, and I am trying to teach you in a very simple way so that you can also learn. Say to your friends to follow this. So now there is no resource group to display. Forget about the virtual machine. When there is no container, there will be no virtual machine as well, for sure. So this is important to delete the resource group after you have done with your practical. See, this will give you confidence when you work for your company. If you are new to the industry, if you are a student, you want to learn Azure, cloud computing, I mean, this is going to help you for sure. Okay, so I think I'm done with today's lecture. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye, everyone.